I mean, what more can you really ask for? I said that I did think it was going to be a better fight. I did. I said that I thought, what's his name, Lima was going to knock Boots down, and Boots was going to get up and I mean, Boots just cut to the chase. That's all.
Forget the intro. That's the energy we need, Boots. Yeah, I seen that damn interview, man. Oh yeah, that's the energy we need, man. Damn, that's what I've been waiting on that, man. You let those nuts hang last.
I was thinking before the fight, like stylistically, that he will knock him out because Lima is good fighter, you know, but his chin is open in there. I'm more defensive, you know, going inside, and my head is a little bit down, so it's not so easy to knock the guy out. But Lima, it was...
Boots Ennis is he's the real package. He's the full package. I've been saying this for a long time. It's no secret. And a lot of people see it, and they had their ups and downs about how they feel about him. But he's the full package. He can fight inside, outside. He can punch. He's got good hand speed. He's technically solid. His father does a good job. He's mentally right. He's got the amateur pedigree. He's the full package. But
Teddy Atlas' words feel heavier now. After Boots Ennis crushed Wisma Lima with a savage first-round knockout yesterday, Atlas saying Ennis is the total fighter no longer feels like talk. It feels like fate. In under 2 minutes there were 2 violent knockdowns and the fight was done. Speed, power, and sharp skill all lived in one man. That kind of showing makes an entire weight class stop and watch. Even legends of the sport could not stay silent after that ending. Oscar de la Hoya openly pushed for the next major fight. He said please bring on Bodas after that unreal showing. The atmosphere after the knockout was wild. Fans were alive with noise, and now a giant voice in boxing had spoken which turned excitement into real demand. Promoters are now feeling the heat and must decide what path Ennis takes next. A moment like this can flip everything. It can create a true star or push him into deep waters we have not seen yet. The talk is no longer just about a win. It is about what comes next. The boxing world can sense it. Something major is on the way, and everyone is waiting for the bell. Then came insight from the man who knows Boots best, his father and trainer Bozius. He broke down what happened in the corner that night and the statement his son wanted to make.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go at least 2 or 3 rounds.
Do you think it'd be more competitive at all? You kind of just back like nothing.
No, because I told Boots not to go out there and play around. Go out there and make a pick.
Go out there. You could hear the pride in his voice along with the steady confidence of someone who has lived this moment before. This was not luck or shock. It was preparation meeting the right chance. Every step and every punch followed a plan shaped over many years. Bosi did not only see a victory. He saw a message sent across the whole division. It was a clear signal to anyone paying attention. His son is not here to take part. He is here to take over. And after that level of damage, the world now understands what the Ennis family has been saying from the start. Then Tim Bradley stepped in full of passion and raw fan energy. He wanted Boots to bring that same fire every single time. His response turned the crowd noise into a strong call for action.
Intro, that's the energy we need, Boots. Yeah, I seen that damn interview, man. Oh yeah, that's the energy we need, man. Damn, that's what I've been waiting on that, man. You let those nuts hang last night. Woo-wee! You let them hang last night, man. Damn, I know your fans is at home. They cheering right now, boy. Woo, they went to church this morning, hit the Holy Ghost dance this morning after your performance last night, man, and after what you said. You want all of them. Now, hey, these promoters now, oh, yeah, these fighters and these promoters, boy, yeah. All that stuff you said, now you gotta bag it up. Yeah, Ortiz, I don't want to hear nothing about not fighting no damn freaking Boots. I don't want to hear nothing about that. Win, lose, or draw against Lubin, damn it, you need to fight Boots. Yeah, y'all supposed to do it at 47. Oh, yeah, now you at 54. Hey, we want to see it. We want to see it. Win, lose, or draw. Hey, Lubin can get that work too. Yeah, Lubin can get it too. He know what time it is. Lubin already know. He probably already sparred Boots before. He know what that man bring into the ring.
The feeling after his reaction was intense. People were not only impressed, they wanted more. Promoters and fighters heard it like a direct challenge. Demands for real fights began spreading fast across social media. That level of pressure can push major decisions quickly. If the excitement keeps rising, the next opponent will not be able to stay hidden. This moment made the fight feel less like a single event and more like the beginning of a pursuit. All eyes are now on Boots whenever he enters the ring. Expect challengers to come prepared or get removed early. Bradley then highlighted the pure talent on display and focused on something rare: real ability under stress. His comments made fans rethink where Ennis stands on the world stage.
That talent, I'm telling you, man, one of the most talented young fighters on planet Earth. Yeah. The thing is, Shakur has it under control. Boots is starting to get it under control. You know, what did I see in the fight? Oh, yeah, he fought a jabroni. Yeah, the dude was scared as hell. I saw it in his eyes when he was looking at him, and, you know, when the referee was giving the little last-minute instructions, man. I'm like, man, this dude finna get in here and get knocked out. He looked spooked. His eyes was big as hell. He was like, damn. Oh, my God, this might be a little bit too much for me, man. Man, look. It's the way you do it. It's the way you go about your damn business. You know, it's a million ways to skin a damn cat. But it's how you do it, man. Some does it better than others. But damn, it was perfection last night from Boots, man. Those little seconds and minutes that I saw, the positioning, man, the patience, man, the eyes, man, the IQ, how he was taking advantage of Lima's mistakes, man, you know, and still was being so technically sound.
After that approval, the talk moved from surprise to caution. Analysts started mapping future fights. Coaches are already changing their strategies. Every team in the division is now looking at Boots in a new way. Fans could feel the pressure climb. This was more than another quick finish. It was proof of top-level promise. The sport suddenly felt tighter and more dangerous in a good way. Full of excitement and uncertainty. Those scouting notes will travel with him everywhere. Now expect elite camps to break down footage and prepare responses. Bradley then shifted to discipline and what the biggest bouts will require. A clear reminder that skill by itself will not carry you. He described harder challenges ahead and the level of work Boots will need to remain on top.
For technical ability from Boots, man. I'm looking for discipline from his ass. That's what I need to see from him, man, because he gonna be fighting some killers in his division, man, that can crack right along with him, right? And sometimes fights can end up being who can take whose punch better, right? You know what I'm saying? But as far as skill for skill, man, you can look at the whole landscape of the damn division. Man, Boots got an Uzi. Boots got an AK-47. He got missiles. That boy even got a damn nuke. He got every weapon there is, man. He got barriers. Yeah, underground. You know what I'm saying? He got caves and stuff he can go into. You know what I'm saying? Tuck up in the high guard. Use his head movement and get the hell out of the way. The man got good feet. He can punch coming forward. He can punch going backwards. He can catch and shoot on the inside, man. Yeah, he can slip counter. There's nothing that he can't do. Now, look, hey, his physical game on the inside, that can probably get a little bit better. Yeah, just them physical controls, man. You know what I'm saying?
Do you get what I mean? That message hit hard and snapped everyone awake. The crowd stayed loud, but people in the know quietly agreed. Reaching the top is packed with dangerous fighters who do not care about flashy moments. Fitness, calm thinking, and mental strength suddenly mattered most. Every future rival will look closely at the smallest weaknesses. If Boots fixes those spots, he becomes almost impossible to beat. If he does not, the division will catch up to him eventually. The next training camps will be judged by brutal roadwork and intense sparring battles. This is no longer just talk. It is a clear plan to stay alive and succeed. Bradley then focused on fighting up close. He talked about the rough physical side of boxing that wins battles, not just scorecards. He advised sharpening those skills to turn power into lasting control.
Framing motherfuckers up in the framing MFers, start framing them up on the inside, yeah, just roughhousing them, you know what I'm saying, pulling their head down, right, grabbing one arm, tucking it underneath, right, and hit them with the opposite arm, just a little bit more physicality on the inside, man. He get that down, ooh, it's gonna be hard to beat him. Yeah, right now, I'm declaring right now, Boots gonna be undisputed at 154 pounds. Undisputed, man. Ain't nobody gonna touch him. Man, you see him get touched last night on that chinny chin. He got smacked. Bam! Did you see how I react though? That's the difference. Some people they get hit and then they like, ooh, oh my, let me get out the way. He was like, oh, that's all you got? That's all. Now take mine. Boom, come back with his big bang, right? Then the follow-up combination was clean. They wasn't reckless and stuff, all under control. See, that's what I'm talking about, Boots. Yeah, hey, you fought this jabroni. You did what you were supposed to do. Now you take this type of performance.
That move toward skill and toughness changed the mood behind closed doors. Trainers began planning clinch practice and body control sessions. Supporters who once lived for flashy knockouts started wanting a complete, unstoppable fighter. Talk shifted from quick highlights to strength endurance and smart planning. The point was simple. Adaptability wins championships. If Boots learns to handle the rough moments, he will not just finish opponents. He will wear them down. The sport suddenly felt more complex. Coaches will challenge him with harder sparring and unfamiliar routines. How he grows during this phase will shape his legacy because Bradley made one thing very clear. This showing signals it is time to chase. Go after the biggest names, the elite threats, and stop playing it safe. He called for major matchups that would show whether Boots is just a spark or something lasting.
This type of performance, and you go fight them Vergil Ortiz's, Baccarams of the world, and Xander Zayas's of the world, man. Now it's hunting season. That's what it needs to be. You was talking big talk after the fight. Hey, man, look, I believe you. I believe you. You want those big fights, man. I love that energy, man. But you better tell Eddie Hearn, give me them damn fights. Hey, the money's there. You already know. Turkey Al-Sheikh, he waiting on your ass. Turkey Al-Sheikh already said, man, hey, all he want to fight is jabronis. That's it. I'm putting on real fights over here. If you ain't willing to step up and fight the real over here, then boy, stay over there with that Eddie Hearns, my guy. But now, damn it, you said it. Now live up to it. Yeah, you let them nuts hang last night. Let's go. It's time to turn it up, my boy. It's time to turn it up. Yeah, we need you. Oh, boxing needs you, Boots.
That statement changed guesses into a clear direction. Promoters, broadcasters, and rival teams all understood the challenge was real. Talk of top-level opponents brought huge money and serious danger. Fans started picturing major fight nights and massive pay-per-view events. Every meeting and every contract discussion suddenly carried more weight. If those matchups happened, the sport could shift around one rising fighter turned threat. The division paused and the pursuit officially began. Now the focus is on who commits and when. The next agreements could reshape everything. Time is counting down toward the next major moment. Teddy Atlas then stepped in to frame the entire showing. He spoke about the matchup, the size gap, and why the outcome mattered beyond a single evening. His view made it clear the team that chose Lima had a smart plan. But Ennis still showed he had what it takes to close the deal.
And look, I'm not saying the guy was this, which if you're only listening, you're not watching, I'm putting my hand low. I'm not saying he's low level instead of real high level. I'm just saying that they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing when they picked this opponent. In a way, you still have to execute. You still have to have the goods. And Ennis has the goods. They have confidence in him. That's what showed. He was a big guy. He's moving up. Ennis was moving up to 154 the first time to go into those waters. And he was fighting a guy who's naturally bigger, been up to middleweight, been at junior middleweight for his whole career. So he's fighting a bigger guy, a strong guy. But they saw what I saw. Yeah, the guy was a game guy. He's only got one loss.
Atlas's words shifted attention to the strategy behind the fight. He reminded everyone that styles and size can affect a match, but so can execution. Even against a bigger, experienced fighter, Ennis showed the calm and skill that win important nights. That mix of opponent planning versus Ennis's performance made the knockout so decisive. It was not luck, but careful preparation and perfect timing. Promoters and matchmakers should have paid attention. The consequences of that fight will influence who Boots faces next. Atlas then went back over old fights and explained why a previous loss did not make Lima unbeatable. It only showed part of the picture. He guided viewers through what really mattered when comparing past bouts to last night's results.
I watched that tape of his loss. He lost to an undefeated fighter. The first thing I marked down, because I write everything down, I said, yes, he lost a competitive fight here. But the opponent, the undefeated opponent, is nowhere near the level of Ennis. He's nowhere near that level. So that a little star to me. Teddy, don't forget that. You know, he lost a competitive fight, but don't get crazy. He lost a competitive fight to an undefeated fighter, but he ain't Ennis. And then I saw what made me, what made me pick it. He gets hit, especially on the inside and close, but he gets hit. He stood up. He showed a lot of heart in that fight, but again, it was in a fight with a guy who was not Ennis.
Atlas pushed everyone to focus on context, not just records. He pointed out that the level of opponents and how a fighter reacts under pressure matters more than a single loss. That careful study of the footage turned what some saw as a risky fight into a challenge Ennis was ready for. By highlighting those differences, Atlas made the knockout seem certain, not random. His analysis changed the story from shock to inevitability. From now on, analysts will watch tape differently when planning Ennis's next fights. Finally, Atlas focused on the small important details, the punches, the sequences, and why Ennis finished where others might have stopped. He showed how one technical choice can turn a close moment into a sudden finish.
Another thing. Yeah, he got hit, and he got hit with uppercuts. So I made a mark to myself. I said, you can't miss this guy with an uppercut. Now, the other guy hit him with an uppercut too, the fight that I watched. But he didn't follow up. He didn't put them together. Elite fighters, I'll say it again, elite fighters put them together. They finished the job. And then I said, wait a minute. Ennis puts them together. Ennis will therefore finish the job. He will hit him with the uppercut just like this fighter did, but then he will put them together. He will not allow him, with all the heart he has and a decent chin, he will not allow him to survive. The speed, the level of Ennis will now take over and dominate. Sure enough, bang, bang. That's exactly what happened. I didn't know it was going to happen that fast. To be honest, I'd be a liar if I told you, yeah, I knew it was going to happen in the first round. I thought it would take a couple rounds, but it doesn't matter. What mattered was my reasoning, what I saw, why I made the pick. And that's how I make my picks. You gotta know, hopefully you know your vocation, you know your trade, you know what the hell you're dealing with. And
that technical breakdown made the finish look precise. Atlas pointed out how top fighters link punches and never give openings a chance. He explained how Ennis turned small moments into momentum and momentum into a stoppage. The analysis took the randomness out of the knockout and showed it was craft learned in gyms and sharpened in sparring. After hearing him, you realize the KO was not just power but method. For anyone hoping to challenge Ennis, that lesson will stick in their camps. Stephen Fulton added a calm, thoughtful perspective from someone who has been in major fights and knows how fast things can change. His words cut through the noise and reminded everyone that even pros can be surprised. He said, I don't know if it would have been that easy, but it was easy. That quiet line sharpened the discussion. Experts agreed because Fulton was not hyping, he was analyzing. His view made people rethink how difficult the night was for Lima. Coaches replayed key moments with new attention. That one simple statement turned celebration into study. It made the finish feel both certain and earned. Now every team wants to see what they missed and how to stop it. Fulton went on and captured the fan perspective. He noted how crowds want both monsters and drama as much as skill. He reminded viewers that a fast knockout excites some and frustrates others, and that balance shapes a fighter's legacy.
Yeah, but only thing is, the fans is gonna be mad because this shit like the Mike Tyson era. When Mike used to fight and he's put him out like 50 seconds, motherfuckers used to get mad, so Boots had to start carrying him a little bit.
That point shifted the talk from analysis back to emotion. Promoters could sense the tension. Short fights create flashy moments, but long battles build true legends. Social media exploded with opinions. Some wanted more action. Others wanted tougher challenges. The discussion now is not just about who is best, but how we will remember them. Will Ennis be the knockout star or the careful champion? That divide keeps fans debating and buying tickets. The excitement only raises the stakes for what comes next. Stenionis spoke with the calm of someone who has been in the ring and felt the power up close. He gave a thoughtful acknowledgement of the performance and what it reveals about Andis's skill.
I was thinking before the fight, like stylistically, that he will knock him out because Lima is good fighter, but his chin is open in there. I'm more defensive, going inside, and my head is a little bit down, so it's not so easy to knock the guy out. But Lima, it was like, damn. I said, like, yeah, damn, for sure. Good performance, and it's good. I'm happy for him. He works hard, and he is great talent.
His reaction shifted the post-fight excitement into a practical guide for fighters and coaches. He highlighted the preparation and work behind the knockout while showing how tiny technical edges can become huge in a moment. Trainers will study his words alongside the footage to pinpoint exactly where the advantage came from. That kind of respect from a peer speaks louder than hype. It signals real credibility in gyms and locker rooms. Now challengers will ask themselves if they have the tools to match that combination of speed and power. The message was clear. This was not just strength. It was precision timing and skill earned through hard work. If Ennis keeps stacking wins like this, anyone in the division will need more than talk to compete. Richardson Hitchens delivered a short, sharp verdict that hit like a final bell demanding attention. He said he looks healthier, more dangerous. That was a great performance. Hitchens's comment added a new layer to the praise. It was brief, clear, and carried weight from someone who has felt real pressure in big fights. Suddenly, the bout seemed less like a shock and more like proof of a serious new threat. Coaches and promoters will take note and rethink strategies. For fans, it turned hype into expectation. This fight reset the conversation. The next chapter is ready and contenders must rise to the challenge. Greg Hackett's words blended surprise and admiration with honesty and respect only someone familiar with the sport can show.
Yeah, what more can you really ask for? I said that I did think it was going to be a better fight. I said that I thought, what's his name, Lima was going to knock Boots down, and Boots was going to get up and shit out of me. Boots just cut to the chase, that's all.
That was it. Hackett's reaction captured everything perfectly. He had expected a fight, not a fast finish. But Boots didn't wait for suspense. He ended it before it began. It showed how unpredictable greatness is when confidence meets accuracy. The atmosphere in the arena shifted that night. One punch turned anticipation into silence. Trainers, fighters, and fans all felt it. Hackett's tone wasn't just about winning. It was about how sharply and efficiently it happened. Sometimes the strongest message is the shortest, and he delivered his in less than a round. Greg Hackett also shared his mindset before the fight. Careful, focused, and aware that boxing punishes anyone who gets too comfortable.
I just I was trying to put sauce on it. I was trying to put sprinkles on ice cream. I was trying to put the cherry on top. You know what I'm saying? The reason being, I didn't like how people was talking about the fight. I didn't like how people was trying to just say, like, the guy wasn't shit. He turned out to be a victim. Okay, cool. But I don't like to disrespect people. And you know what had me in that bag? The Tellez fight in Abbas.
Facts.
That had me in that bag. I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm like, that's what happened when you sleep on fuckers. You cannot do that. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how confident you are. You cannot do that. So that had me like a little like, man, we got to make sure we lock in. But it's so ironic. It's so crazy that Boots say, his pop say to him, don't play with him. That means everybody in the same mindset. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you think about it, everybody's like, yo, don't play with him. Like, fuck him up, man. Like, don't even try to play around with him because shit be happening. So, and I'm not saying me and Bo was connected. We was talking about it. It wasn't none of that. That was the vibe, bro. I just felt like some nut shit would happen. I didn't think Boots would lose to him. No. But I'm like, this feel like one of them times. Like some nut shit have happened. You know what I'm saying? And Boots just cut to the chase, but on some smooth shit.
He wasn't building hype for attention. He was protecting the integrity of the sport. His words reflected the tension every coach feels before a big fight. One mistake or a careless round can change everything. Hackett understood that, and so did Boots, and that shared focus of don't mess around fueled Boots's ruthless first-round finish. Hackett's insight revealed the hidden side of boxing. The mental battle that starts before the bell even rings. Every instinct told him to stay alert, and that instinct proved completely correct. Greg Hackett explained it like a master technician, calmly breaking down what most people only saw as chaos.
Smooth shit. It was real smooth. He fell in with the left hand, caught the angle. Lima just looked at him when he missed. Lima stopped and looked at him. Boots came back up with the right uppercut and buzzed him. Once he was buzzed, there wasn't no coming back.
His insight gave fans a closer look at just how precise Boots' attack really was. It wasn't random power. It was careful calculation. Every feint, every angle shift was part of the plan. Hackett's breakdown showed that Ennis isn't just strong, he's sharp. That sequence revealed a fighter fully in control, breaking down an opponent in seconds. The finish wasn't luck, it was unavoidable. Hackett made that clear. When Boots moves like that, the man across from him has no chance. This night changed the landscape. Boots didn't just win, he made a statement that will echo in gyms and arenas. After a brutal, perfectly timed first round, everyone from coaches to casual fans must rethink the rankings. If he keeps combining speed, power, and ring intelligence, the division won't just notice, it will chase him. Was this a one-night explosion or the start of a real rise? Can Ennis handle the top fighters when the battles get rough and long? Who should he face next to prove he's more than a highlight? And who should avoid him at all costs? Would a major showdown cement his status or just create another viral moment? Share your picks and opinions in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns, reactions, and highlights like this.